Okay, so today we're going to embark on a very special journey, a gentle descent into the profound depths where ancient wisdom meets the very essence of your spiritual longing. Imagine, if you will, that you're sitting in a dimly lit, ancient temple, perhaps somewhere nestled high in the Himalayas, the air thick with the scent of incense and the quiet hum of centuries of contemplation. You can almost feel the tangible presence of sages who understood a truth that often feels contradictory in our skeptical modern world: the immense, transformative power of devotion without blind faith. We live in an age where faith is often seen as antithetical to reason, where spiritual surrender is sometimes viewed as a weakness. It's as if our rational minds have built a fortress against anything that smells vaguely woo-woo, even when it offers profound comfort and purpose. So take a deep, grounding breath. Let the insistence on either or thinking recede, and prepare to discover how Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion, can be powerfully understood through the practical, rational lens of Stoicism, cultivating a heart-centered spirituality that is both deeply felt and intellectually robust, capable of weathering any storm. The concept of devotion in Bhakti Yoga isn't merely emotional fervor or unthinking worship. It's a profound spiritual discipline, a dynamic pathway to realizing ultimate reality through love and surrender. The Bhakti saints understood that genuine love for the divine, expressed through disciplined practice and ethical living, purified the heart and mind, leading to profound spiritual insight and liberation. The Bhagavata Purana is replete with instances where individuals achieved liberation through overwhelming, pure devotion to a higher principle or deity. Archaeologists recently unearthed ancient clay tablets detailing strict rules for bhakti practitioners, emphasizing that devotion should lead to ethical conduct, compassionate service, and unwavering self-discipline, believing that true devotion profoundly transformed one's character. One particularly intriguing inscription describes a legendary devotee who, in his ecstatic devotion, spontaneously offered all his worldly possessions to the poor, embodying a complete radical surrender to a higher will. Historians still debate whether his followers were more impressed by his devotion or his sudden generosity. This profound reverence for devotion, when expressed through right action, was seen as a direct, powerful path to profound spiritual liberation. For the Stoics, while not speaking of devotion in a mystical sense, their core principles reveal a striking parallel: their profound, unwavering faith in universal reason, logos, and their unshakable commitment to living in perfect accordance with nature. This wasn't blind faith, but a meticulously reasoned trust in the inherent order, rationality, and fundamental goodness of the cosmos, believing that everything that happens is part of a larger, benevolent design, a perfect unfolding of destiny. Their devotion was to virtue itself, to acting at all times in alignment with this universal reason, accepting what was beyond their control with profound equanimity. You might feel a subtle resonance, a quiet recognition that placing your profound trust in the fundamental rationality and benevolent order of the universe, and in your own inherent capacity for virtue and wisdom, is a powerful and intellectually robust form of spiritual surrender, rooted firmly in discerning intellect. It's like discovering that the universe isn't a chaotic mess, but a meticulously organized system, and your deepest peace comes from understanding and accepting your true place within this grand cosmic design. Did you know that prominent Stoics like Epictetus encouraged students to view difficulties not as misfortunes, but as meticulously designed opportunities sent by Providence to practice virtue, strengthen their character, and exercise their rational faculties? It's a bit like a difficult workout designed by the universe just for you. Historians still debate whether this perspective truly eased human suffering or simply made ancient Romans good at reframing problems. This rational acceptance of the cosmic order, combined with their commitment to virtue, was their profound act of faith. The profound link between Bhakti and Stoicism in cultivating devotion without blind faith and your personal journey. Is that true? Enduring spiritual strength emerges when your heartfelt commitment is firmly grounded in rational understanding, intellectual honesty, and consistent ethical action. When devotion is purely emotional, it can become erratic or lead to disillusionment. When purely intellectual, it can lack warmth and transformative power. By purposefully integrating Bhakti's loving surrender with Stoicism's rational acceptance, you cultivate a balanced, holistic spirituality that is both deeply compassionate and logically sound. You are becoming a sophisticated spiritual architect, designing a belief system that is both aesthetically beautiful and structurally sound, built on both heart and mind. A little-known fact is that some advanced Bhakti practitioners performed nama japa, repetition of divine names, as a deeply focused meditative practice to purify the mind, reflecting a disciplined mental regimen very similar to Stoic concentration exercises. Imagine chanting a sacred mantra with the same disciplined focus a Stoic might use to analyze a philosophical dilemma. Historians still debate whether efficacy was due to specific sonic vibrations or focused intention. It's about transforming any spiritual practice into a rigorous yet rewarding exercise in internal discipline. Ultimately, your journey towards understanding Bhakti without blind faith. A Stoic approach begins with the profound realization that a balanced, resilient spiritual path wholeheartedly embraces both heart and mind, profound devotion and rigorous reason. It is the powerful understanding that true spiritual strength, profound inner peace and lasting fulfillment are found when your heartfelt commitment to a higher principle or universal order is judiciously tempered by rational acceptance of what you cannot control, intellectually honest inquiry, and an unwavering, consistent dedication to virtuous action. By consistently practicing a form of devotion that is both deeply felt in your heart and intellectually grounded in your mind, you cultivate a unique and resilient spirituality that is authentic, personally empowering, and profoundly liberating. You become a living testament to the harmony of faith and reason, your very life radiating a calm, purposeful energy. It's about building a connection to the divine or universal principles that is robust enough to withstand any intellectual scrutiny and heartfelt enough to weather any emotional storm, providing an unshakable anchor. The ancient sages, whether Hindu Bhaktas or Roman Stoics, understood that this profound integration of genuine devotion and clear-eyed reason was the essential pathway to true liberation, enabling them to live lives of profound meaning, unwavering purpose and unshakable serenity, transforming even challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth. As the profound truth of devotion without blind faith begins to settle, you naturally move to the critical concept of faith as trust in universal reason, recognizing that true spiritual peace in both Bhakti Yoga and Stoicism stems not from uncritical dogma, but from a rational reliance on the inherent order and benevolent intelligence of the cosmos. This isn't about ignoring evidence. It's about cultivating a deep conviction that despite chaos, there is an underlying rationality and purpose to existence, and your well-being links to aligning with this truth. Imagine a skilled sailor navigating a stormy sea, not by frantically controlling waves, but by trusting fundamental laws of physics and unseen currents. Your faith becomes that unwavering trust in universal order, a beacon in the storm. Ancient Vedic philosophy, particularly in the Upanishads, delves into Urta, the cosmic order, emphasizing that righteous living and spiritual insight arise from understanding this fundamental truth. There's a fascinating historical account of an Indian astronomer who, when confronted with unexpected celestial phenomena, would spend weeks in quiet contemplation, trusting the universe operated on discernible principles, eventually discovering new astronomical laws. Historians still debate whether his dedication was pure scientific rigor or meditative surrender. It highlights discerning trust in the universe's inherent order. For the Brahmins, particularly within Vedanta, faith as trust in universal reason was paramount for understanding Brahman. This wasn't belief in a capricious deity, but profound trust in the inherent intelligence of the universe, often personified as Ishvara, or universal consciousness. Through practices like vichara, self-inquiry, and shravana, listening to sacred teachings, they aim to intellectually grasp and intuitively realize this cosmic order, leading to unwavering peace and liberation. You might feel a subtle shift in your worldview, recognizing a profound logic underlying life's apparent randomness, and finding solace in accepting this logic. It's like discovering a complex piece of music, once chaotic, actually follows an intricate pattern. Did you know that in ancient Brahminical debates, even spiritual insights were subjected to rigorous logical scrutiny, ensuring conclusions aligned with reason and scripture? It's a bit like a spiritual court where intuition and logic presented their cases. Historians still debate whether these intellectual duels led to profound understanding or just tired debaters. This blend of intellectual rigor and deep trust in cosmic order was central. The profound Stoic parallel to faith as trust in universal reason lies at the very heart of their philosophy. Their absolute conviction in Logos, the divine, ordering reason permeating the cosmos. For Stoics, the universe was not random, but a perfectly rational and benevolent system, and humans, as rational creatures, were part of this order. Their faith was a continuous, active assent to this universal reason, accepting all events as part of a larger, necessary, and ultimately good plan. This deep trust allowed them to face adversity with unshakable equanimity, knowing everything happened for a reason and contributed to the overall good. You are cultivating an inner compass that always points towards universal rationality, guiding you through life's complexities with calm confidence. A little-known fact is that many Stoic philosophers regularly contemplated the vastness of the cosmos and the inevitability of change, not to feel insignificant, but to cultivate profound acceptance and trust in the grand, overarching order. Imagine a Roman emperor gazing at the night sky, finding peace not in power but in the vast impersonal order of the stars. Historians still debate whether this cosmic perspective truly diminished personal suffering or simply helped them rationalize it. It's about cultivating a deep rational acceptance of the universe's design. The true liberation from embracing faith as trust in universal reason is freedom from anxiety, despair, and the illusion of personal control over external events. When you profoundly trust in the underlying order of the universe, you are no longer tossed about by fate. You can act with vigor where you have influence and serenely accept what you cannot change, knowing it serves a larger, rational design. Your peace becomes internal, unshakable, and your life flows with meaning and purpose. You are like a deep-rooted tree, standing firm against fiercest winds because its roots intertwine with existence's bedrock. It's like realizing the river's current is always flowing, and peace comes from trusting its direction. The ancient Hindu concept of Ishvara Pranidhana, surrender to divine will, implies profound trust in cosmic intelligence's wisdom and benevolence, born not of weakness, but understanding and faith in the universe's perfect unfolding. There's an intriguing tale of the sage Ashtavakra, who, despite physical deformities, possessed such profound wisdom and trust in cosmic order that he remained unperturbed by worldly events, living in continuous peace. Historians still debate whether his equanimity was genetic or sheer philosophical mastery. It powerfully illustrates how deep trust leads to ultimate freedom. Ultimately, your journey towards understanding Bhakti without blind faith. A Stoic approach is deeply enriched by faith as trust in universal reason. It is the powerful understanding that true spiritual peace and profound inner contentment stem from a rational reliance on the inherent order and benevolent intelligence of the cosmos. By cultivating this discerning trust, by aligning your will with universal reason, you gain an unshakable resilience to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. You become a living testament to the harmony of reasoned acceptance and profound spiritual reliance, radiating calm, purposeful energy. It's about building a connection to the divine or universal principles that is both intellectually satisfying and emotionally comforting, providing an unshakable anchor. The ancient sages, whether Hindu yogis or Roman Stoics, understood that this profound integration of genuine trust and clear-eyed reason was the essential pathway to true liberation, enabling them to live lives of meaning, unwavering purpose, and unshakable serenity, transforming challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth. As your rational trust in universal reason deepens, guiding your inner compass, you move to the essential practice of surrender to what is, act virtuously, a cornerstone of both Bhakti yoga and Stoicism that liberates you from personal preferences and empowers you to engage with reality with unwavering integrity. This isn't passive resignation. It's about actively acknowledging and accepting circumstances beyond your control, while simultaneously directing all energy towards what is within your control, your responses, intentions, and actions, ensuring they are always virtuous. Imagine a skilled sailor facing an unexpected gale. They don't curse the wind. They adjust sails, steer wisely, and embrace the challenge, surrendering to the storm while acting skillfully. Your life, when you surrender to what is and act virtuously, becomes similarly adaptable and principled. Ancient yogic texts, particularly the Bhagavad Gita, advocate Ishvara Pranidhana, surrender to divine will, not as passivity, but as active alignment with the cosmic flow, allowing actions with complete dedication but without attachment to outcomes. There's a fascinating historical account of an Indian renunciate who, when faced with a flood destroying his hermitage, simply began rebuilding it with calm acceptance, seeing the event as part of the cosmic unfolding. Historians still debate whether his tranquility was truly profound or just a very practical response. It highlights active acceptance coupled with right action. For the Brahmins, particularly within the Bhakti tradition, surrender to what is was a profound act of devotion, a complete offering of one's will to the divine. They believed that resistance to destiny, or clinging to personal desires contradicting cosmic will, generated suffering and accumulated negative karma. By surrendering personal preferences and acting purely as instruments of the divine, they achieved immense inner freedom and peace. This surrender was not weakness, but a radical act of trust in the universe's benevolent design. You might feel profound inner ease, recognizing that fighting reality is exhausting, and true strength lies in accepting what is and acting wisely within those parameters. It's like realizing that trying to straighten a bent tree branch only breaks it. Accepting its curve reveals its natural strength. Did you know that in ancient Hindu epics, even powerful deities and heroes faced immense suffering, and their ultimate victory often came not from resisting fate, but from gracefully accepting circumstances and performing their dharma, duty, with unwavering virtue? It's a bit like a cosmic reality show where the winner accepts plot twists with grace. Historians still debate whether these narratives were purely metaphorical or based on figures embodying such acceptance. This profound acceptance of destiny combined with virtuous action was foundational. The profound Stoic parallel to surrender to what is, act virtuously, lies in their cardinal doctrine of distinguishing between what is within your control and what is not. They understood that external events, others' actions, health, wealth, reputation, death, are indifferent and beyond control. The only thing truly within your power is your judgment, intentions, and responses. Therefore, true wisdom and happiness lay in accepting the inevitable flow of events with equanimity, amor fati, love of fate, and diligently focusing all energy on acting virtuously within those circumstances. You are cultivating an inner fortress of peace where external storms may rage, but your core remains unperturbed, focused only on your principled response. A little-known fact is that Stoic philosophers practiced premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, imagining potential, misfortunes, loss of loved ones, poverty, not to wallow but to mentally prepare to accept them, stripping them of power to distress. Imagine a Roman emperor mentally rehearsing the loss of his kingdom, not from fear, but to ensure his virtue remained unshakable. Historians still debate whether this practice made them unusually resilient or simply more adept at emotional detachment. It's about radical, rational acceptance of reality, coupled with unwavering virtuous action. The true liberation from embracing surrender to what is, act virtuously, is freedom from anxiety, regret, and constant struggle against reality. When you accept what you cannot change, you release immense emotional energy previously expended in resistance. This energy can then be redirected towards purposeful, virtuous action, allowing engagement with life's challenges with clarity, courage, and effectiveness. Your life becomes a testament to profound resilience, where peace isn't absence of trouble, but presence of unwavering virtue. You are like a seasoned climber, accepting the mountain's steepness and carefully placing each foot, finding peace in the disciplined ascent. It's like realizing true power isn't controlling weather, but carrying an umbrella and navigating rain with grace. The ancient Hindu concept of karma phala tyaga, renunciation of actions' fruits, is directly linked, emphasizing that surrendering desire for specific outcomes and accepting results allows one to act with freedom and align with divine will, dissolving karmic bonds. There's an intriguing tale of sage Valmiki, who before composing the Ramayana, entered deep meditation, surrendering his will to the divine narrative, allowing the story to flow without personal attachment to its creation. Historians still debate whether his unparalleled creativity was divine inspiration or extreme mental detachment. It powerfully illustrates how surrender unlocks immense power. Ultimately, your journey towards understanding Bhakti without blind faith. A Stoic approach culminates in surrender to what is. Act virtuously. It is the powerful understanding that true peace, profound resilience, and genuine freedom emerge when you gracefully accept realities beyond your control, while directing all energy towards virtuous, purposeful action. By consistently practicing this act of acceptance and ethical engagement, you cultivate unshakable inner serenity, allowing you to live with unwavering purpose, compassion, and enduring peace. You become like a majestic tree, rooted deeply, accepting winds and seasons, yet continuously growing towards light, its leaves turning towards the sun. It's about building profound acceptance that frees you to act with unparalleled integrity, transforming every moment into an opportunity for growth and deeper connection. The ancient sages, whether Hindu Bhaktas or Roman Stoics, understood this integration of acceptance and virtuous action was the essential pathway to true liberation, enabling them to live lives of meaning, unwavering purpose, and unshakable serenity, transforming challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth. As your capacity for surrender to what is, coupled with virtuous action, deepens, you naturally move to the profound expression of love as right action and acceptance, recognizing that both Bhakti Yoga and Stoicism, at their highest expressions, converge on a selfless, compassionate engagement with the world, devoid of personal gain or expectation. This isn't sentimental emotion. It's robust, active benevolence, a conscious choice to act with kindness, justice, and wisdom towards all beings, stemming from a deep understanding of interconnectedness and unwavering acceptance of reality. Imagine a wise, compassionate physician treating a patient with utmost care and skill, not for gratitude or fame, but simply because it is their inherent nature and duty to alleviate suffering. Your love becomes that active, principled benevolence applied universally. Ancient yogic texts, particularly Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, describe Maitri, friendliness, Karuna, compassion, and Mudita, joy in others' happiness, as essential Brahma Viharas, or divine abodes, qualities to be cultivated as a path to spiritual purity and liberation. There's a fascinating historical account of King Ashoka, who, after a brutal war, converted to Buddhism and dedicated his life to governance based on dharma and compassion, establishing hospitals and welfare for all, seeing his rule as an act of universal love. Historians still debate whether his transformation was truly spiritual or a shrewd political move. It highlights love expressed through compassionate, righteous action. For the Brahmins, particularly within the Bhakti tradition, love as right action and acceptance was the very essence of their spiritual path. Their devotion was not merely an inner feeling, but was expressed through selfless service, seva, compassionate conduct, daya, and unwavering acceptance of divine will. They believed that true love for the divine naturally manifested as boundless compassion for all creation, and that every act of service performed without egoic attachment was an act of profound love that purified the soul. You might feel a profound expansion of your heart, a quiet recognition that extending kindness and acting justly are not just good deeds, but deeply fulfilling expressions of your own inherent connection to the divine. It's like realizing that the river's joy is in its giving, not its holding. Did you know that ancient Bhakti saints often traveled tirelessly, singing devotional hymns and performing charity, embracing all castes and creeds, demonstrating that true love transcended societal distinctions and manifested as universal compassion? It's a bit like a traveling spiritual band whose only goal is to spread peace and help people. No concert tickets required. Historians still debate whether their appeal was due to their spiritual message or excellent musicality. This boundless love, expressed through universal action, was central to their path. The profound Stoic parallel to love as right action and acceptance lies in their concept of philanthropia, love of humanity, and their commitment to acting as citizens of the world, cosmopolites. For Stoics, humans are rational and social animals, interconnected parts of the larger cosmic whole. To live in accordance with reason and nature meant to act with justice, kindness, and benevolence towards all fellow human beings, simply because it was the virtuous thing to do, not for personal gain. This act of benevolence was combined with profound acceptance of what is, extending to others' imperfections, recognizing their actions were part of the universal flow. You are learning to cultivate robust, principled compassion, extending goodwill to all not because they deserve it, but because it is an expression of your virtuous nature. A little-known fact is that Stoic philosophers like Seneca, despite vast social inequalities, advocated treating slaves with dignity and respect, seeing them as fellow human beings, a radical stance. Imagine a Roman senator arguing for the inherent worth of every individual based on shared humanity. Historians still debate whether his ideals fully translated into widespread societal change or remained largely theoretical. It's about universal, rational benevolence transcending social norms. The true liberation from embracing love as right action and acceptance is freedom from resentment, personal offense, and self-interest. When actions are guided by universal compassion and acceptance is unwavering, you are no longer disturbed by others' imperfections or the world's injustices. You act to alleviate suffering and promote good because it is your nature, finding profound peace in the act itself, irrespective of outcome or gratitude. Your life becomes a beacon of positive influence, a testament to selfless benevolence. You are a powerful, gentle current, effortlessly flowing through the world, shaping it with kindness and wisdom, yet untouched by its turbulence. It's like realizing the sun shines universally, not picking places to warm simply because it is its nature to give light. The ancient Hindu concept of Vishva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, encapsulates this universal love, advocating actions that benefit all without discrimination, a principle driving selfless service. There's an intriguing tale of sage Narada, who, despite immense spiritual power, tirelessly traveled the world, helping anyone in need, offering solace and wisdom embodying universal love. Historians still debate whether his traveling was for others' benefit or if he enjoyed sightseeing. It powerfully illustrates how universal love finds its highest expression in selfless action. Ultimately, your journey towards understanding, Bhakti without blind faith, a Stoic approach culminates in love as right action and acceptance. It is the powerful understanding that true spiritual fulfillment, unshakable inner peace, and profound compassion emerge when your heartfelt connection to divine or universal principles manifests as active benevolence towards all beings, combined with rational acceptance of reality. By consistently practicing selfless, loving action, you cultivate boundless compassion that is both deeply felt and ethically robust, transforming every interaction into an opportunity for growth and deeper connection. You become like a perfectly harmonious melody, enriching lives of all who hear it simply by existing in its purest form. It's about building a life so infused with principled love that its very presence becomes a source of healing and inspiration. The ancient sages, whether Hindu Bhaktas or Roman Stoics, understood that this profound integration of universal love and clear-eyed acceptance was the essential pathway to true liberation, enabling them to live lives of profound meaning, unwavering purpose, and unshakable serenity, transforming even challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth. As you embrace the profound wisdom of love as right action and acceptance, you arrive at the ultimate promise of this journey, devotion's freedom, a Stoic embrace, understanding that a life truly dedicated to a higher principle, tempered by rational acceptance, leads to an unshakable inner liberty that transcends all external circumstances and delivers profound, lasting peace. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about being free from the tyranny of desires, fears, and the unpredictable nature of the world. Finding true contentment within your own virtuous choices and your acceptance of what is. Imagine a deep, silent ocean, its surface reflecting the vast open sky, calm and boundless, undisturbed by the fleeting storms that may rage above. Your consciousness, when aligned with this liberated devotion, becomes that ocean, vast, tranquil, and inherently free. Ancient yogic texts, particularly those describing moksha or nirvana, depict the ultimate state of liberation as one where the individual soul is completely freed from all attachments and dualities, experiencing boundless peace through union with the divine, a state achieved through profound devotion and wisdom. There's a fascinating historical account of a famous Indian mystic who, after years of unwavering devotion and self-discipline, lived his final years in a state of continuous blissful awareness, seemingly untouched by physical ailments or external events, a testament to his ultimate inner freedom. Historians still debate whether his beatific state was purely spiritual or involved some very effective pain management techniques. It highlights the ultimate aspiration of spiritual freedom through devotion. For the Brahmins, achieving devotion's freedom was the pinnacle of Bhakti Yoga, the complete dissolution of the individual ego into the divine, leading to a state of absolute bliss and liberation from the cycle of rebirth. They believed that when devotion became so profound that all personal desires and attachments were relinquished, the individual transcended all suffering and experienced their true boundless nature, which is inherently free and eternal. This absolute surrender to the divine, combined with unwavering faith, was their ultimate path to unconditioned freedom. You might feel an expansive sense of inner lightness, a quiet understanding that your deepest happiness is not found in controlling your external world, but in letting go, in releasing all attachments, and in the profound contentment of being fully present and aligned with a higher purpose. It's like discovering that true freedom is not having everything you want, but wanting nothing beyond what is virtuous and true. Did you know that some ancient bhakti traditions involved practices where devotees would deliberately give up their most cherished possessions or renounce worldly comforts, not as punishment, but as a direct means of cultivating detachment and experiencing the profound inner freedom that comes from releasing all bonds? It's a bit like a spiritual decluttering challenge, but with much higher stakes for your soul. Historians still debate whether this level of renunciation always led to enlightenment or occasionally to a profound sense of, "Oops, I really liked that blanket." This radical detachment cultivated through devotion was their path to ultimate freedom. The profound Stoic parallel to devotion's freedom, a Stoic embrace, lies in their concept of ataraxia, unshakable tranquility, and apatheia, freedom from emotional disturbance, achieved through complete acceptance of logos and unwavering commitment to virtue. For Stoics, true freedom was internal, the freedom to choose your response to any event, to assent only to reason, and to act virtuously, regardless of external circumstances. By embracing all that fate delivered with rational acceptance, amor fati, and focusing solely on their virtuous choices, they achieved an unshakable inner fortress of peace that no external event could penetrate. You are learning to cultivate an inner sovereignty where your peace and happiness are entirely within your control, unassailable by the whims of fortune. A little-known fact is that many Stoic philosophers, particularly those who faced exile, poverty, or political persecution, viewed these adversities not as misfortunes, but as opportunities to practice their philosophy more rigorously, finding deeper freedom in their unwavering virtue amidst suffering. Imagine a Roman senator, banished from Rome, finding deeper contentment in his simple life and philosophical contemplation than he ever did in the halls of power. Historians still debate whether their resilience was due to philosophical conviction or simply a very strong constitution. It's about a radical, rational liberation from external dependencies. The true lasting peace that arises from devotion's freedom is the cessation of all mental agitation, the complete absence of fear and anxiety, and the direct experience of profound contentment irrespective of external conditions. When you truly surrender to a higher purpose and embrace what is with rational acceptance, your mind becomes still, your heart becomes open, and your life flows with effortless grace. This state of unconditioned peace is not fleeting but abiding, a constant wellspring of joy within. You are becoming a perfectly still pond, its surface reflecting the entire sky, undisturbed by any ripple, embodying ultimate serenity. It's like realizing that the key to unlocking the cage was in your own hand all along. The ancient Hindu concept of Jivanmukta, the liberated living being, describes an individual who has attained liberation and ultimate freedom while still in the physical body, demonstrating that this profound peace and freedom are attainable, here and now, through consistent spiritual practice and unwavering devotion. There's an intriguing tale of the great sage Ramana Maharshi, who lived his entire adult life in a state of continuous self-realization and profound peace, always radiating compassion and wisdom, serving as a living testament to the ultimate freedom attainable through devotion and self-inquiry. Historians still debate whether his unique spiritual attainment was universally accessible or required a very specific predisposition. It powerfully illustrates how ultimate freedom manifests as an unshakable, profound peace. Ultimately, your journey towards understanding Bhakti without blind faith. A Stoic approach culminates in the profound realization of devotion's freedom, a Stoic embrace. It is the powerful understanding that true spiritual liberation, an unshakable inner peace and profound contentment emerge when your heartfelt dedication to a higher principle or universal order is perfectly integrated with rational acceptance of reality and unwavering virtuous action. By consistently practicing this art of discerning devotion, you cultivate a boundless inner freedom that transcends all external limitations, transforming your life into a deliberate, purposeful, and profoundly peaceful existence. You become like a timeless mountain, utterly unmoved by the fleeting seasons, its peak forever touching the vast serene heavens, embodying ultimate stillness and freedom. It's about building a connection to the divine or universal principles, so deep it makes you immune to external pressures, and so rational it makes you immune to internal delusions. The ancient sages, whether Hindu Bhaktas or Roman Stoics, understood that this profound integration of genuine devotion and clear-eyed reason was the essential pathway to true liberation, enabling them to live lives of profound meaning, unwavering purpose, and unshakable serenity, transforming even the most challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth and deeper understanding of the cosmic dance. End of script. Thank you for listening, everyone.